football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Red Raiders ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Throwing Reed. Left side is Owens. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Again, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. There's some room. The 40. Inside the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that 1st down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The kick is on its way. Makes a catch at the 10. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Buying a little time to his left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Time to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
From the gun, it's Edwards. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Holds on, it's Johnson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. This time they'll go to the running game. There he goes. Got the first down. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Turns it on in midfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Here comes the heat, and he avoids the sack.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Reed on the play action. Buying time to his right. Fires on the move. Got him downfield.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play or hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second play. The first...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Here's a give to Joyner. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounce right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Sets his feet. It's Hammond. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I like it. It's like laying up on a par 5. There's no time and no place for that. We don't need that, all right? Take your shots. It's 3rd and long. I don't need to throw it 17 yards short of the stick. Nice job taking a shot down the field, trying to get the first down through the interception, but no harm.
Out wide right, it's Johnson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play action with Reed. Fires on the move. Out wide left, it's Craven. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. With the draw, it's Edwards. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offense.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Oh, he's got some space. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, in 2 straight incompletions. A big 3rd down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Hammond. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Play fake, Reed. Rush is on. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
On play action. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Kick is in the air. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give is to Williams. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Fires to the middle. Left side is Coleman Williams. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Hits inside, it's Danzy. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with a look at Northern Illinois taking on the Maryland Terrapins. And it's Northern Illinois able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. He's past the sticks. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of
throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Sells to fake. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Makes the catch, and he's free. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeps it. He's got the first down. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He's changing the play. Reed. Look out. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
It's complete on the right side. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right side, it's Hudson. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
To the air, it's Hammond. Throwing right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they...
Looking to take a shot. Just about had another one picked up. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
Got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. Here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep one.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield is Hammond. Fires complete on the crosser. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game,
Snags it, and he's open.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Still running at the 35. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They move on top here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. he's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. He stopped at the 48. A pickup of 10 on the play. Texas A&M going quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Here's Reed to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Bussey.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw. It's Reed. They're all over him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
4th down, Reed. Caught. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. He's past the marker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Joyner again. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick give. It's Joyner. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. The timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff, Joyner running left. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, one, you lost yards, but two, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
Back to pass. It's Hammond. Reels it in. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to get it through the air. Moving out to the right. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Reed. Out of the backfield, he's open.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day.